Nice to have you.
Hello, hi. Thanks for having me.
Are you enjoying the atmosphere here?
Very much. It's very warm outside and cool inside, so perfect. Perfect for me.
Okay, so you're a brand strategist, right? Is this what?
I do marketing, connections marketing strategy. There you go. Just to complete. Well, basically, I develop a strategy in marketing. So, basically identifying what would be the right content at the right channel at the right moment with the right target audience that we need to talk to.
It's
So
not
it's
that.
a full-on strategy from start to end.
So it's not a normal traditional marketing like the way we told in school because you work with the internet, you work with social media, right? Platforms.
Yes, it's actually very holistic now. I mean, the traditional way of doing advertising is you always start with TV and radio and out of home, and now we have online. So the mentality is we shouldn't start with the touch point or the media touch point. What we do in Coca-Cola is we start with understanding our audience, what are their passion points, what are their key moments, and then from there everything will flow on how are we going to talk to them in terms of content, how are we going to talk to them in terms of connection points, and so on. So it's no longer the traditional way of starting based on media touch points.
And how do you stay relevant? Your brand, I'm not saying the name, it's very old, and it still needs to be relevant to new guys coming, getting that are getting adults now or.
Yeah, that's actually a very challenging task, even for us in the Coca-Cola company, because of the current realities that is happening. I mean, people change their preference so often. I mean, they don't even have loyalties anymore. So for us to stay really relevant, as I mentioned earlier, is really to understand what are their passion points and what are the moments relevant to them, etc. And what the brand needs to do is really to have a clear and good purpose. And with that, we have to also create a memorable and remarkable experience, which then people will talk about. So it's all about being relevant and making a stand on what really matters to them. Because otherwise, it's not going to stand out in this day and age. So
I have a question prepared. Someone said that. So, if 10 brands come in a year, let's say, only 3 of them survive the next year.
on the average, yeah, it came out from the research, which is it is a shocking statistics also. So the research says that people really don't care when if 75% of the brand were to disappear overnight, and it came from a solid research. It's shocking, and we can't blame them also because people nowadays are exposed to a lot of brand messages and a lot of brand promises, and it's just that it's too much for them to take on. So it's either they forget or they intentionally not look at it. So because there's just too much for them to absorb.
And you said something interesting. So, you said that the clients are not loyal anymore. What does that mean?
People are not loyal anymore. So unlike before when they only, it goes back to my earlier point also, because now there's so many choices for them, and plus they change their preference and so often. So brand loyalty is obsolete, really. So, and that's another challenge, right? So in order for you to become, or in order for them to fall in love back to the brand, you have to be really relevant to them. You really have to have a purpose which will make a positive difference in their lives. So that's one way to do it.
Thank you, Queen. That's all. I hope you're not nervous anymore.
No, 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 I'm fine, I'm fine. Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mulțumim foarte mult. Încă un scurt interviu despre branding și ce înseamnă acesta în epoca internetului. Rămâneți alături de noi căci mai avem interviuri.